How are we doing?
Woo! Great.
Yes,
Thanks for, well, there you go. It's obvious.
Exactly.
I don't need a microphone.
His voice carries. We're here, first time. Yeah, exactly. First time in 3 years that we have an in-person Comic-Con. Are you feeling the love already from the fans?
Absolutely. I mean, it's you know, it's like we weren't gone, you know, but it's great to be back and to be able to see them and thank them personally and take photos. And it's just, it's a reminder. I mean, they make the show happen. So it's great to be a part of it.
That. And the show has been going on, like, it's what, 4 seasons has happened. We're hopefully getting season 5. We're on the brink of getting season 5. I think that's correct. And so even though it was born of Sons of Anarchy, like at this point, we're almost at that same length. Do you guys ever reflect back on that legacy and that you have fans who have been here longer than you even?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, for me, that's always in my mind, you know. I mean, I know exactly where we came from. I've always said that I wanted to be a part of this project and sort of take that baton and take it further to honor the fans and the whole Sons of Anarchy universe. And what I'm mostly excited and proud about is that I really feel like we've really come into our own, and it's the Mayans.
Absolutely. If you want to come on down, your panel's tomorrow, right? And aside from a season 5 announcement, what are you most excited about?
Presumably, you're
you know,
jumping the gun here,
I know this. I'm
Tatiana,
believing. I'm manifesting it into existence.
I'm really excited. We've always got some really good questions from the fans, like over the years at Hall H. We've like some really just like intricate, thought through questions that mean the world to us, and a lot of us are going to be there tomorrow, and it'll be just actually nice because it's been a minute since we've been filming. So tomorrow, just like seeing everyone, and we so rarely have scenes all together. So that'll be really lovely too. Mini Hall H reunion.
Agreed.
I love that. Do you have anything that you're excited about aside from that?
As far as for
the panel, or just like
again, you know, just to echo off what these two are saying, you know, it's always great to see your fans in person. You know, I said this earlier, but like just to, you know, most of our fans, they see us in the screen, in the box, in intimate settings by themselves, you know, or with their family. But to actually see you in person, there's something to that you never forget. And I think back to like when I was a child or a kid or a fan, and I was watching my favorite actors and I would see them in person. You don't forget those moments. You don't, especially if you interact with them. That's why we encourage our fans to interact with the social media, you know, because it's interpersonal connection and it's right away, right? It's in our face right away. So we encourage it. We love it. We love the banter, good or bad. Bring it to us. So
I'm looking forward to hearing your answers, Clayton. I'm looking forward to, man.
Yeah, no? Yeah, we said it. Yeah.
Now, as we've left off, like Easy is in a position of power right now. Looking back on the 4 seasons, what are you most proud of his growth?
I'm most proud of his, in the present moment, his conviction, because he's always been 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and always in this place of regret and thinking that he was supposed to have a different life and somehow he had messed that up. But what he has discovered is that this is what he was meant to do. And unapologetically taking this place of leadership where, you know, especially in a time where war is imminent, there's no apology, there's no explanation needed. Some people are going to get it, some people aren't. That's a part of being a leader. And so he doesn't care too much about what they all think because he knows what's coming, and he has a one-track mind of survival. So I'm really excited about that.
I love that. Danny, do you want to speak to where Miguel is right now and how you feel, hopefully moving forward once again? You know, we're just
come on, Tatiana, jumping the gun again. Come
just where, you know, how are you feeling about your character right now?
How am I feeling about Miguel?
Yeah, like your growth so far in the last 4 seasons, the journey you've come to, and then, you know.
Yeah. I feel excited because Miguel is, you know, he was at the precipice of, you know, having lost everything, right? He kind of was isolated and alone, without any kind of structure or support. And I think that he has a mission. He's on the come up and on the come back. And, he's got a long list of things to do and people to see. And I think that's exciting.
So ominous.
Yeah, and what role will you be playing in that?
Hopefully hundreds of miles away from it. I think, you know what? There was a very kind fan who said to me recently that they were really proud of Emily. And I mean, looking back over the 4 years, there's something about the character that was, she had a lot of comforts. She had the high walls around her. She had money. She had like power. And to give that up, there's a great line, and actually it's like episode 2 or 3. Like, I didn't become a man until I had a child. And I don't think Emily became a woman truly until she gave up everything for her child. So I just think she's gone a long way, Miss Galindo.
Come home.
Sweet Jesus, man. I mean, yeah, super safe. Get in the bathtub. It'd be great.
Bring some wine.
Oh, wow.
Easy.
What could go wrong?
This is a very dark family dynamic that we are witnessing. But speaking of family dynamics, we've got the whole one big family, even though not all of us are as fully aware of our family status.
What do you mean by that?
Can you talk about this brotherly bond?
This?
Yeah.
Oh, let me hit this real quick. As far as we're just personal, or as far as the characters?
The characters, yeah.
We could dance in both. No, I'll say this. As far as the characters, though, I think the trajectory of where Easy is going this year is it's not what Angel thought that he would be headed to. I think the inception when he got into the club was Angel's view of him was just being with his brother. I don't think he really knew. I knew he would bring value to the club, but I don't think he knew. I don't feel that he was aware of the type of power that he would bring into the club and lead it into the direction that's heading towards now. And it's going into a dark place. This is a bad dude. He's not a good guy. I thought he was a good guy, but he's a horrible human being. So as far as characters, that was it. But let me say a personal thing real quick.
Yeah.
I think this relationship has grown beautifully. And sorry to take up time, but
No,
the inception
please.
of this, I think JD and I, we had a conversation early on. And without so many words, but I think like we knew this had to work. This had to work
Right.
for this to work, and I think organically it's grown into this beautiful symbiotic relationship where we don't even really have to speak to each other about scenes anymore. We just know. And that type of connection with an artist is you can't duplicate that. That's very hard and rare to find. And I'm very appreciative of what we have, and I'm very excited for where it's going.
I love that. Speaking of behind the scenes, like interactions, dynamics, what are some moments that you really reflect on with your fellow actors, especially like the ones you have the most scenes with? If you want to start, yeah, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like staring at you, like I want you to
and I
answer.
had no microphone, so I panicked. I've had such wonderful formative scenes of Emily with JD, like scenes that I feel like represent the truth of who Emily is innately, like as a core human being, like from the time
Sitting
they
right
were-
here, dude. I'm
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
right.
I know you said
It's
you.
always so
Well,
awkward.
we're just
It's
really
always so
sorry.
awkward. No, go on. No, go on.
in building a character, right? And like
I get it. I get
Still there.
it.
He's still sitting
I get it. Go ahead.
But
Please
then,
finish.
But then I've had so many wonderful scenes with Danny to the point where I feel like we feel like I feel we have a similar style on set, right? And the care and love to which we show one another as on-screen partners. Partners up to the end.
Yeah,
of
like
season
when I submerged you in your
But it
bathtub.
was beautiful at a time.
Oh, it was gorgeous. Like it was like a loving, affectionate scene that most people understood.
I'm just saying there's lots of love, and there's lots of moments that I look back on, and I really feel like these relationships are so important to why the show works and matters. Killings aside.
That was amazing.
Poisonings aside.
You just like stepped into Emily, like playing
Right.
both sides. It was amazing. You just like it was
Gotta
really,
keep your options open,
That's that acting right there, coming out. The actor jumped out.
She's like top A.
Well, thank
Classic.
you guys so much. I cannot wait for your panel tomorrow. And I
Thank
hope
you.
to see Mayans last as long or more.
We'll see.
Suns.
Tatiana.
Just
Thank
saying.
you very
Sorry.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.